Bentornati a tutti, io sono Pliskin e continuiamo con Starfield, le missioni dell'avanguardia. Quindi vediamo che ha da dire questa persona. Vediamo.
That must make you my Vanguard captain.
Puoi sederti se vuoi.
Welcome to
Ti
Interstellar
do il
Affairs.
consenso.
I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second in command.
Tutta
I
intera.
heard you were instrumental in
McIntyre.
protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are,
Sì,
correct?
mi hanno detto in 57.000 persone. Posso anche
It was a
rispondere
mutual
così, tra l'altro.
agreement, but I suppose you touch on the spirit of it. So, you also know then that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that
Ma
means we'll
dai.
need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Dipende da quante pallottole hai nel caricatore, credo. Allora. What?
Very
Sì,
funny.
ok.
This is going to be hard enough already. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table
Dannazione!
here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliff of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
Andiamo prima da questo del collettivo Freestar.
The good Ambassador Radcliff. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
It sounds as though I will enjoy this.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Va bene. Ah, questo è troppo da ingenuo.
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze.
UC Intelligence has a
Squeeze.
recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we
Quanto
believe should be
parlano.
able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
Andiamo
All
avanti.
right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Ok, andiamo. Che vuoi ancora?
Captain, would you like to finish?
Ok.
Official line is that you're to negotiate with her. Use your charm and personal narrative to sway her to our cause. My suggestion is to access the listening device in her quarters to get leverage on her and don't get caught doing it. She's also got a staff member that might be more sympathetic to helping us. Do with that information what you will.
Bene.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
Va bene.
I feel that is an overly narrow and frankly degrading description of an entire group of people.
They certainly come with a checkered past, but there's an additional wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore is actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
Ok.
I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliff. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
Andiamo? Spero non sia solo una missione dove devo parlare tutto il tempo.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or conference room. That means you. Guests can make themselves comfortable in the lobby.
E se entro qui? Oh, questo penso sia un
I wonder
carcere.
how many times one side or the other has threatened to close this embassy down over the years.
Chissà. Io pensavo mi stessi facendo da guida e invece no. Vieni, Andrzejadze. Tu, eh?
Terramorphs, as in more than one? All that
More than
security
one.
still.
Che abbiamo qui? Panini. Bene. Frigo vuoto. Siete inutili. Con chi devo parlare?
I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
This
Ti puoi
building is
contare?
Freestar sovereign territory. So in here, we're the law.
Ok. Ciao. Allora, mi siedo. Molto lentamente. E veniamo al punto.
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
Senti un po', Karen. Noi due dobbiamo parlare. No, questo è troppo stupido.
Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport.
Io sono il
You have
killer
my
dei
thanks for
terror
what you
morfi.
did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only
Sì, è
presume you're
così
here to tell me
strano.
I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
Ti sto per asfaltare. What the hell?
I was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit
quindi è
wasting my
solo
time and yours
paura.
and go?
Va bene. Vediamo un po'. No,
Really
proviamo
gonna
la
push this?
persuasione, il mio forte.
All right, I will give you one chance, one, to convince me. Understood.
Bene. Non posso accedere al mio
I'm
inventario per aumentare le mie possibilità. Sì, è impossibile.
could be the hero here.
Vediamo, persuasione automatica. Non ne posso più usare. E non c'è più la barra qui.
Oh yes, this band research is precisely what the factions need to kickstart their relationship. Let's breed a bioweapon together.
Proviamo così.
I understand
Sì,
precisely
vabbè,
what's
dai,
at
ma
stake here. The balance of galactic peace.
è impossibile,
Captain, I'm sorry,
dai,
but my
ma
answer is not
che...
changing.
Va bene. Vado a fare a modo mio. Allora,
Talk to the
vai fuori.
ambassador.
Vai fuori. Fuori. Devo parlare.
That woman is an absolute... Oh, sorry. Oh,
Perché sono così basso improvvisamente?
you're the Vanguard captain. You know,
Sì,
I
muoviti.
was about to board the Nat to the spaceport when the alarm triggered. Sounds like I got real lucky. And like I've got you to thank for things not being a lot uglier.
Quindi ora ti dico come puoi essermi utile.
Heard that, huh? Yeah, the ambassador likes to treat us like family, yeah. And she doesn't care for most of them either. But
Ok.
look, they said you were coming here on official business. The
Sì.
ambassador likes to handle all that personally, even if she does have trained diplomats here to help her. And I don't want to get shipped back to Aquila City, so you should probably go speak to her. You want to work with me?
Non so neanche chi tu sia, ma
Why don't we talk?
andiamo avanti. Leggi la tabula sicurezza dell'ambasciata CF. Oh, visitiamo il piano di sotto, bene. Un casco. Però non fa domande.
So you want me to work with you? But why now? Why me? No, I think that's a pretty safe assumption. And no other city should have to go through what happened here.
Esatto.
So then, what would you need from me?
Vediamo. Possiamo anche semplicemente ascoltare quella... Oppure proviamo.
Okay, first you need her bio key, and that thing doesn't leave her side. Better chance of splitting the atom with a spoon than me getting that from her.
Dannazione. E allora devo accedere ai suoi
Quarters.
alloggi.
Oh, that's doable. And you and the UC will be providing me with what for my services?
Vediamo. Ah, no, no. Non sono uno che dice idiozie. Oh. 1000 crediti.
I thought you were looking to hire me. I'm not taking a bribe.
8000?
That much, huh?
Ho appena fatto un sacco di
okay, yeah.
missioni, quindi...
Okay, so there's a utility corridor that leads to the ambassador's quarters, which you can access through the main conference room. Here,
Uh-huh.
the key. Whatever you do, don't let the guards see you entering or exiting the utility section, or you're gonna be in serious hot water. I'll keep an ear out for more instructions from the UC.
Nessun problema. Vediamo. È entrata di nuovo, accidenti. Oh, oh. Ok, questa era la nota che dovevo leggere. Sì. In pratica questa porta non viene mai chiusa a chiave. Aspettiamo che se ne vada. Ok, non mi sono fatto vedere. Chiudi. Allora. Torcia. Vediamo cosa succederà. È il posto giusto? Direi di sì.
Agent detected. Patching in playback.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Cameron!
Are you alright, Ambassador?
It seems the Council of Governors has rejected my appeal to join. Again, which means you and I are stuck
Il
in this
consiglio?
rat cage until we die. But I think we might need to. We should expedite the process.
What are you getting at, ma'am?
I mean, my requests keep being rejected because they don't want to add a seat, right?
Se uno si liberasse.
What if one opens
Voleva
up
assassinare Elias.
in what it used to be? It's not like anyone would miss him, even
Uh-huh.
if it's time to get some sleep. Just think about it. Maybe we can reach out to some experts at that sort of thing, huh?
Good night, Eva.
Ma ero curioso di sapere se avesse oggetti speciali. Dannazione. Questi li prendo. Ok. Ah, non dovrei essere neanche qui. Interessante. Armi.
Hey, you're in a restricted zone.
Dannazione.
No.
Meglio non andare di qua. Troppo pericoloso. Devo aspettare che se ne vada. Ciao, non ho fatto niente di male. Bene. Ah, eccoti. Stai guardando cosa esattamente? Perché non posso parlarci? Ora posso parlarci. Non
Did I
incastrarti.
not make myself abundantly clear, Captain? You're not getting access to the archives.
Ma io devo dirti qualcosa.
Excuse me? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Allora. Non posso dirle che è stata UC,
No,
ma...
no. If the council found out, I'd lose my position. I'd be exiled. I'd be... Look, I believe we may have gotten off on the wrong foot. The issue at hand is one of trust, no? So perhaps if I can trust you to keep this little secret between us, then maybe we can find a way to trust the UC with access to the archives.
Ah, voglio che implori. Beh. Voglio un
Where
regalo,
are my
sì.
manners? Here, my pistol. Laredo. Custom
Oh.
made. Now, with my error rectified, I presume we have a deal?
Sì. Quindi ho una
Good.
pistola nuova, ok.
Good.
Non
I
faccio
appreciate you
niente,
working
ma
with me. Just like I'm sure our great
la
pals.
esporrò a casa mia.
In fact, I think there's an opportunity here. Keep both our factions happy and ensure an air of legitimacy to the whole proceeding. I can
Vero.
only let you get the information on the terramorphs. Anything else and people will get suspicious. And all research will need to be monitored. Freestar scientific observers making sure everything's being used for the right purposes. But those two items should be enough to allay any suspicions.
Perfetto, perfetto. Ah, basta, basta.
Good, good. Okay, let's go
Sono
get
in
you
veste
your
ufficiale,
access.
non sono uno corrotto. Però la pistola non mi dispiace. Vediamola. la ambassador, ovviamente. C'è qualche descrizione particolare? No. Però direi che è abbastanza potente come pistola, dai. È un piacere fare affari. Che dobbiamo fare adesso? Mi dai una chiave? Cosa... Ah.
And there. Here you go. I hope that'll be enough to maintain.
Non c'è niente in mano.
discretion.
Non sono riusciti davvero a fare un oggetto in mano da consegnare. Ti serve questo? Ah, vabbè, la smetto. Sai, per prima, quando mi hai trattato male, no? Ecco, così impari. Andiamo? La lasciamo qui dentro, che dici? Comunque io pensavo fossero in pianeti diversi, invece anche questi della casata sono qui, su Nuova Atlantide. Quindi avendo visto l'attacco mi pare che dovrebbe essere un po' più facile negoziare con loro, invece ho dovuto minacciare, ricattare. Vabbè. Typical politicians. Ma perché nessuno entrava qui da così tanto tempo? Munizioni e crediti, ottimo, mi piace questo posto. Speriamo di non trovarlo morto. O se lo troviamo morto, speriamo di trovare la sua chiave. Ma dove è sottoterra? Oh. Che roba. Vediamo, il cuscino ce lo possiamo portare appresso.
This is certainly different than anything else in New Atlantis.
Che cavolo è successo qui? Computer di sicurezza, cosa posso fare? Vediamo un po' questa storia. Ah. Beh, ricalibriamo e attiviamo le torrette. Non so neanche io il motivo, ma serviranno a qualcosa, no? Non così in fretta. C'è roba da prendere qui. Ok. Difese, quelle che ho già hackerato. Ehi, posso prenderti questi begli abiti? No, vero? Che razza di posto? Grazie. Oh oh, ma io non avevo messo le torrette amiche? Ah sì, infatti. Volato. Va bene, intanto mi metto la onda gravitazionale per essere pronto a tutto. Come non ho sentito. Allora. Vediamo che c'è qua. Ok. Utile. Ah, ok, si ragiona adesso. Mi chiedo cosa sia tutto questo gas che stanno sparando. Pensavo fosse qualcuno. Incredibile, non cade. Tuttavia c'è una cosa che voglio vedere. Le serrature. Ecco, adesso posso fare quelle di livello difficile. Bene, bene. Quindi questo armadietto possiamo aprirlo, per quanto sia molto difficile. Ok, un medikit. Scritture eretiche, ma questo ha un sacco di valore. Questi robot sono un po' in mezzo e sono dalla mia parte. Ehi! Pensavo che anche le torrette fossero dalla mia parte. Oh, grazie robot. Prendiamo roba. Come le disattivo? Perché è pieno di interfoni qua? Inaccessibile. Stai impazzendo per caso? È una torretta? Ma perché sono qui? Non sto neanche seguendo. Perché ho troppa roba adesso? Oh no, i robot! Meglio andare a fare la missione e poi trovare il computer di hackeraggio, va? Eccone qua uno. L'abbiamo già distrutta. Oh, ehi. Siete arrivati fino a qui prima che vi potessi hackerare? Dove andrete già. A questo punto prendo tutto, tanto sono pieno. Ecco un altro. Sai, dovresti rialzarti più in fretta, piccolo robot. Wow. Usiamo lo scanner. Eh no! Perché? Credevo di averti hackerato. Questo è un manichino. Ok, andiamo. Questo. Ah, i sotterranei, quella porta inaccessibile, eh? Vediamo cosa hanno qui. Oh, era solo una porta intermedia. Ah, potevo raggirare questo, vabbè, ma ormai che senso ha? Quando uno è forte distrugge tutto e via, no? Eliminiamoli allora. Se sono in tanti, potrei usare un bel campo antigravità. Ma che cavolo! Sono velocissimi, tra l'altro. Oh, era qui dietro.
Did they have anything of value?
Poco e niente, purtroppo. Eccoti qua.
What seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Ok, pare che questo negoziato sia più facile del previsto. Ti serve sta roba? Oh, ma guarda, tutto questo non conta come merce rubata.
Error. Biometric key required.
Porto la chiave biometrica
Not
allora.
the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
Un po'.
Harmless spores, you have my word, but hard to navigate. Hence why I was guiding you through the intercoms to restore the environmental controls. And release me. It is the sap of the tree that gives it its... well, perhaps not a topic for this exact moment. But I must know of the rest of the city. Does it still stand?
Sì.
Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information, then. On terror morphs, presumably, hmm? Do I see this all clearly?
Sì. Meno male, mi hai risparmiato un po' di chiacchiere. E fermare questi attacchi. Vediamo.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement.
Ti ho liberato.
For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage.
Semplice.
The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
Lo spero. Uno scantinato.
Every measure will be taken to ensure the information is used for good.
Well, then I shall not fear. Please,
bene.
Follow me.
Dammi questa chiave, facciamola finita. Non credo sia da quella parte. Forse volevi andare qui. Che dici? No, no, no. Accidenti, stava andando giusto. Guardate, quando si incastra... Oh no, non realizza di essere incastrato. Ho visto che si è teletrasportato. Allora, proviamo a muoverci, vediamo il pallino blu dove va. Ma che ha fatto veramente il suo percorso di camminamento? Proviamo a dormire per 6 ore, vediamo se si sblocca. Oh, meno male.
Let it be used for good.
I think you may be trying to take a little too much on.
Hello. What have you got for me?
Visto che dici che porto sempre un sacco di roba, bla bla bla, prenditi un po' di roba tu, no?
So, yes.
Io vado.
Goodbye.
Dove siete? Ho tutto quanto.
Pardon?
Eccoti qua.
Captain, you're back sooner than... Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliff? And Balmore? We're all in agreement. That's incredible. I wasn't sure Radcliff would ever get on board. I'm very much looking forward to getting the debrief on how precisely you managed to pull all this off, but that'll have to wait for another time.
No,
regardless, superlative work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Va bene. Sì, sono proprio quegli archivi in cui volevo entrare una volta. Ma le informazioni che troveremo negli archivi sono un argomento per il prossimo video.